it's a little high. I'm going to take it off. If I can get it off. Ah, I did. And it's already unwound for me. Hello. You can see me. I'm supposed to be able to see you, but I can't because I'm totally blinded. Okay. I'm going to tell you a story of white privilege. Oh my God. I have an older brother. His name is Ross. And, okay, one time right after college, I was living with these musicians, which was wonderful fun, and I got strep throat. And I was really ill. The doctor told my father, your daughter is really ill. And so they gave me shots of penicillin, and I went to stay with my parents so they could look after me, so I wouldn't infect all my roommates. And my throat hurt so badly I couldn't drink anything whatsoever. And my father was panicked about this because I didn't have any health insurance, being right out of college and not having, did I have a job? Yeah, I had a job, but I didn't have health insurance. And so if I didn't drink something, I was going to have to go to the hospital to get liquid intravenously, which would, like wipe out my parents' money. So they were panicked. So my brother went into the kitchen and he made me French chocolat chaud, hot chocolate. In Europe, hot chocolate is thick and it's really delicious. It's very chocolatey. It's none of this Swiss Miss nonsense that is mud-colored and it has little white dots floating in it, pretend marshmallows that's supposed to, grow bigger, like those little fish that you can buy in the Chinese stores, and then you put them in your sink full of water, and they're supposed to grow 1,000,000 times or 1,000 times the original size. Well, this Swiss Miss marshmallows don't do that. Chocolat chaud, that's the real deal, that's what you want. He made me that, and it's so thick that it didn't hurt my throat. And of course it's so delicious that the smell of it, you want to drink it. So basically he saved my life by doing that. So I've kept this in mind. Okay, so I also have a younger sister, and my parents were not the best parents. So they're troubled. Actually, we're all fucked up, but that's okay. So my brother has kind of made his career of freeloading. So he was freeloading on somebody in Atlanta, and so the guy was starting to tell him, well, my girlfriend wants to move in with me, so she doesn't want you to live with us, because it's always, the wife or the husband, you always put it on your significant other. It's not you that don't want them. Get the hell out. It's them who don't want you. That's safe move, right? So yeah, they don't want them there anymore. So when my husband and I moved here to Macon, and as soon as our house had water and electricity, we moved into it, because it was one of those houses almost ready for the wrecking ball. And we moved into it, and he said how he was going to help us. Now my brother, like most Midwestern men, even though we grew up in Massachusetts, my parents are from Indiana, know how to do all kinds of carpentry. He could build a house. He helped a neighbor, under my father's orders, he helped a neighbor build an entire kitchen with plumbing and everything onto the back of their house, which was almost the size of their house. So he can do these things. So he said how he would help us in all this stuff. And I had just had a total hip replacement. My husband wasn't feeling well. So here comes Ross, and he's not helping. When he goes to make a meal, he makes it for himself. He doesn't make it anything for us. Like, you're living with each other. If you're gonna make a meal, make the meal for everybody. And so it was very difficult. And like he would steal the paint sticks, not really steal them, but he would put them in his room because he was afraid that people were gonna break in and he was going to beat them with the paint sticks. You know how you do the roller on the wall? He was taking those, and then you need it, and then because you need to paint. Where is it? And it's in his room in a corner. So, and the local church was making too much noise. Well, no, it was Mercer University's football game. Okay, so it was like crazy, and this was during COVID. And on New Year's Eve, he went to a party where the news is saying, don't go to any parties because the hospitals are full of people and they're all dying. He went. And my husband had just had a heart attack, so he didn't appreciate this. And he leaves the house saying to me, "You're a bad person," when I was telling him, "Don't go to this party." So we were just so ready for him to go when he left, because he didn't do anything. He would stay in his room and just lie on the bed, and the smell of the laundry was awful. So finally, it was the day he was leaving for France to go to the woman he had married about a year ago, and then had left and then come to mooch off of us. I don't know why, but he did. And so he goes out and he gets in his car, and I go out on the porch. So we left on good terms because of that, because I waved. He's never moving in with me again. Thank you.